Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on, y'all? And what's going on, Jerry Tones? I love y'all. I hope y'all are well out there. So if you don't know who I am, I'm going to tell you who I am right now. I am Jaren. I am a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this amazing studio, the Jaren M. LaGuerre Studio. Y'all, this challenge has been going on for a couple days, and I said, you know what? There are so many good folks singing this little lick here. I want to talk about it. So Beyonce did a private concert in Dubai, and clips of this concert took the internet by storm, and there was a few particular moments that people are raving over. And one particular moment is what I think is the end of her concert. She sings this new ending from Drunken Love, and it is actually a really cool ending. So I saw the video and actually did an analysis on it, okay? So the analysis is up on TikTok and on YouTube. It's under the shorts on YouTube, and it's on TikTok. So if you want to take a look at the analysis, the link for that analysis will be in the description below. You can click that, go into the analysis, and see what I said about Beyonce herself. But for this video, I wanted to talk about the other people who have done the run and kind of done the little lick as a challenge, and talk about the uniqueness of these different voices. So I'm excited to get into this. So because this is a TikTok challenge like I normally do, I'm not going to tell you the name and things like that, and I'm not going to start and stop a lot while each video is playing. So I'm going to just play the whole video in its entirety and then talk about what they did after I'm done. But just see their handles under the video here and in the description below, so you can go down there and click their profiles and check them out and follow them and support them, okay? And I also don't want to butcher anybody's name, so I'm not going to say anybody's name. I'm just going to just show their name on the side here, and you can click their profile in the description box below and go to their profile. So y'all, let's get into it. Here are some of my favorite videos from the Beyonce Drunken Love ending, or the Beyonce Dubai challenge on TikTok.
But you know what? We'd be all night.
I really enjoyed the simplicity of this one. It was very smooth, and you could tell she was like a heady, thinner fold play. She wasn't really full belting and things like that, which is okay. But she kind of kept a more smoother approach, and I love hearing the those little twists that some people are adding in. She added those in, you know, to her rendition here, and I really enjoyed those little twists and how she kind of kept everything smooth. She really kept the vowel pretty much consistent until the ends of each phrases. It kind of migrated a little bit to more of a ooh, but not all the way to a ooh. So it kind of had more of a consistent vowel shape in each phrase, which is really cool. And I think her staying in that more heady, thin fold place made it much more smoother and easy for her to execute, and made it that much more cleaner. So I enjoyed that one. I did. Now, she had way more of a beltier, kind of a thicker chest voice place when she sang. And she had a little bit of like a underlining air pressure, like a little bit of a pressurized sound. I think that pressurized air pressure, along with a tiny bit of constriction, kind of brought on that slight grit that we heard. It was very slight grit. It wasn't a big, you know, like gritty squall. It was very slight, but I think it wasn't so much a grit. It was more so just the compression in the air pressure coming together in that place of the vocal fold, or the glottis, if you will. And when that happens, that compression and that pressure kind of makes it a squeeze sound, and she kind of had more of like that raw nature to it. And she's kind of grinding it out with the little vocal throats at the end, kind of like that. I'm kind of exaggerating the grit a little bit, but you see what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying. And you can see in her body that she's really engaging those breathing muscles, because you can see that she's kind of upright, if you will. She's really kind of keeping the body upright and keeping those abs, probably back muscles, intercostals, obliques, all these breathing muscles engaged to support what she's trying to do in singing this high belt. And then that flip on the That was such a nice little flip right there. Ooh, I love that kind of stuff. I love this. And I know exactly who she is. She was on American Idol, okay? I remember exactly who she is. Hey, Jessica. When I saw her profile, I said, wait, she's on American Idol. Oh my goodness, this was so pure. I loved this so much. The vowel was a little bit more of the instead of instead of other ones were kind of like so other ones the vowel was much more larger and kind of wider, bigger, but this one was kind of like So you see the vowel shape makes a huge difference in the sound just because I'm changing the vocal tract shape by way of changing the vowel. And that little twist on this little run right there, instead of he did or something like that. Yeah, that was nice. Now y'all know who this is, okay? Shanice, the girl can sing, okay? But I really enjoyed how she kind of drove it more. She kind of had a lot more vowel migration and a lot more vowel manipulation when she did it. And put a little squall in there. She's really bringing a lot more grit and texture into her voice here. And she really kind of had a beltier, thicker sound here too. You can tell with her, she was using those breathing muscles. You can see that body, though she was moving around and kind of changing her mouth and things like that, you can really see her body was still engaged. One thing that always sticks out to me about him is his vibrato speed. It's such a lush, like almost perfect, just kind of a really balanced velocity and movement in his vibrato. It's almost like a bounce, not so much like a flutter or like a wobble. It's like a really balanced bounce. And I feel like that bounce kind of makes his voice way more buoyant in that way. And let's not even talk about how long he held that note. And then he decided to do a run after all of that holding the note. You can tell he wasn't pushing a lot of air. You don't need a whole bunch of air to sing like that. Now, I'm not as consistent as him because I really didn't think about it much. I didn't take a lot of air when I inhaled. I just kind of started and went for it. Just use the air, don't push the air, you know? And so I think that's one of the wonderful things he did right there. I enjoyed that jump that he did. I think that was a note, something like that. But yeah, but you know, he can sing anything if he just fine. just almost celestial in a way, you know, just how lofty it was. And listen, that augmented interval, that was such a cool choice. And then the scale at the end, ooh, just how they kind of changed the melody line to, again, fit them. And I love hearing all these different versions of how people make it tailored to themselves. I love hearing the different versions and the different takes on stuff like this. And I love how they came down in the one run. Oh, it was like a really focused, twangy croon. Oh, you see how my sound changed? Oh, it kind of got more twangy and kind of a little bit more brighter, if you will, with the ooh right there. That was really nice. I really enjoyed their approach with that. Ooh, I enjoyed their approach. Such clarity in his head voice. It's just so piercing and so lofty. And I think some of that comes from how he uses his jaw. I feel like there's kind of a dropped jaw in his approach. Almost like the jaw is almost unhinged. It's not unhinged, but it almost seems like it's unhinged in the approach because of how lofty his sound is. It's almost like a vertical, lofty, you can really see when he does the ooh, it's like a ooh, that jaw is still dropped and kind of lowered a little bit, and everything's kind of more vertical. Ooh, so it's a lot of space. Oh, yeah. So I feel like a lot of his loftiness and a lot of his openness in his space comes from that jaw, you know? And he just has such a clarity up there. You can tell he really conditioned his voice to kind of sing up there consistently. He just uses his voice a lot up there. And you can tell by the way he sings so clear up there. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this analysis of these wonderful TikTok singers. And if you did, click subscribe down below to click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. Also, give me a like/thumbs up so the video can get out farther to more people, if you don't mind. But as I always say to you, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all. See y'all soon.